The epic and unbeatable at Scrabble. The Nerds with Attitude!
To the N.W.A. Nerds with Attitude. I am Shin the Hero. I have Animus Prime I JR. And I have N.W.A.
Wow.
Oh no. He ain't in here.
I miss Isaac. I love him so much. I got Flores.
Technically he's upstairs.
Wow.
Don't nobody tell him. He think I like him or something. Anyway, we are here to talk about season 3 of Kid Cosmic. So, you know how we normally do. We normally just talk about it, give our quick 2 cents, and then go into the spoilers. I don't know if we can do that. I mean, I don't know. I don't think we can do that. So, because there's a lot I did not like about this season. And I love Kid Cosmic, no lie. At least the first 2 seasons. This 3rd season, I don't know. I don't know how they feel about it, but look, if you haven't seen Kid Cosmic season 3, 1, I don't know what you're doing, but I appreciate you coming to the video. 2, go watch season 3, Kid Cosmic. You might think us differently. Apparently, a lot of you guys feel differently when me and Noah did the Animaniacs thing.
Even me.
But go watch it, then come back and hear the rest of our thoughts, because we about to spoil the living daylights out of this. Okay, cool. I didn't like I said at the beginning, didn't like it. Noah, JR, you first. Did you like season 3?
I personally liked it. Like, there were some things that I found kind of irksome. Mostly involving, like, I think it's like the naivete of you know, Kid Cosmic in general. But yeah, overall, I thought it was a pretty good season. Like, story-wise, I thought it was pretty good.
Noah?
Oh man, the first episodes were okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I thought this season was trash. It disappointed me. I didn't. It's such a disappointment.
What did you like about the season? Why did you like? Is this the best season out of the 3 for you? JR? Not you.
No. No, I wouldn't say this was the best season. I still like the first season overall, over like all the rest of them. But I thought this had a pretty decent conclusion. I feel like they could have gone more in some areas, or there were some parts that I found disappointing. But overall, I thought they did solid work. Just in general.
You agree? Disagree?
You know I disagree, man. I guess this season's not trash. I guess my expectations are so high. You know, we talked highly about Kid Cosmic season 2.
Yeah,
you know, that's my favorite season.
Yeah,
I thought that was the best season. I gave season 2 a 10 out of 10. You know, and, just to get this season, I think trash is the wrong word. Man, I'm disappointed. You know, me and Walter said Kid Cosmic is in my top 3 of Netflix shows. You know, I don't know where it's at my top 3, but it's in my top 3. It could have been number 1 if it finished strong, but I don't think it finished strong at all.
My biggest gripe of the season was those first 3 episodes. It was all a dream thing. I hated that with a passion, because I had to rewatch.
I will agree with that.
I had to rewatch at least the last 2 episodes of season 2 just to see how the hell that happened. And there's no tale, no inclination, anything saying that he threw them in some kind of fantasy land or something like that. And I'm like, and I was like, that just came out of nowhere.
It's like, And then when they got back on these roadies, they thought, we gotta find the stones. I'm like, you guys are doing this again?
Yes.
You gotta find the stones again? I was like, I'm done. I was so disappointed.
And then the whole freaking there's a 14th stone thing. Like it I felt like I was like in my it to me I felt like I was like, Kid Cosmic, you're better than this.
Yeah, it's like I don't know.
There was nothing talked about a 14th stone until now. And then, I mean, you basically told us right at the beginning when they were the moment 14th stone was announced and we got that thing about Papa G.
Oh, yeah.
Papa G has the 14th stone.
I was like, oh, okay, well, boom. It is, people.
It's
just so disappointing.
And this whole season, it is not even the fact that it was so short, because it does feel super fast, like it was rushed. Granted, it was only like 6 episodes. It was 6 episodes, but it felt rushed. Like he had to get done with a bunch of crap. He threw stuff at the wall, and whatever stuck, that's what went into the show. That's how I felt like. And season 3 feels so, to me, season 3 feels so disconnected from the first 2 seasons. It just feels like it's its own thing. Maybe like and I know the whole comic book thing is the whole comic book references and everything like that. The comic book feel is a thing. This felt like a one shot of I was gonna say Steven Universe. Kid Cosmic. This felt like a one shot, like a story that was happening between the main story, like, but this is a one shot. This is on the edge of this. It didn't. Yeah. It wasn't a very good conclusion to the thing, and
it wasn't.
And then I hate it. It made me hate Kid again, cause at first season 2 I was like, man, Kid grew. Season 3, Kid was like he was back to Kid from season 1, especially towards the end when he wouldn't let the government was like, yeah, dog, y'all did great and everything. You can't tell nobody. And for some reason he kept pressing the matter. Like it was no reason why he had to keep pressing. Like people need to know and all this junk. There was no reason for anybody to know. There are heroes. He should have known that too. And even in comic books, there are heroes that don't people know that they just saved them. Even in real life, there's doctors, firefighters. People don't get that recognition. That it just bothered me how at the end, when everything was all said and done,
I want to say that. Yeah, I want to say, like, I understand your reasoning for like hating that ending where he was like that people need to know about what happened or what we did. I also had a problem with it, but then he was delving deeper into his reasoning as to why people should know, because it was more along the line of people need to know that there are aliens out there who are actually like good people, who are like very solid people that we've met, we've made friends with, and they shouldn't be kept a secret because like they could be friends with the rest of humanity. And I actually liked that reasoning. Like, but the way that they all of a sudden just made like a radio signal calling for every alien to show up there, I thought that was a little strange, because you know even though there are good aliens out there, there are also some bad aliens. So
and they don't have the power of the stone. I also a negative is I love Papa G. He's probably my second favorite character of the whole show. They should have killed him. He should have let him die. They should have let him die.
I agree. I do. I did.
It would have made the whole thing more meaningful.
Like when.
Actually,
No, I'm sorry. No, go on.
Actually, he shouldn't have died because then he died in this awful season. And all that shit was been for nothing. I did not listen. I did not like this season. I felt like it's like you invested in a stock and that stock was doing great, right? He was about to become rich. This season 3, it was like it plummeted and then it flat broke again.
I will admit this was the weakest of the 3 seasons.
It's just
like the more you guys explain it, the more I'm like, yeah, that actually was pretty stupid.
My biggest thing is I feel like besides those first 3 episodes, the dream thing and everything, because I'm just like, really, nigga? Really? We in dreamland? Really? Oh, come on.
That was
Besides that, I really feel like they should have killed Papa G, because when they was doing the funeral and everything, I was like, my dog, no joke. When that happened, I was like, yo, Papa G is 100 and what now? This thing is immortal. This man is immortal. When they did, and when he was like, I gotta go, I gotta do it, and gave back the thing. And made Herodias back into the planet, and I like what they did there because it was a play on what Galactus happened, because Galactus became, instead of a destroyer, he became the creator too. So I like how that happened. But when when we get there and we hear the backdrop of everybody and they're in their funeral clothes, I had my hand over my mouth, dog. I was like, did they kill Papa G? Yo. Yeah, okay. then I was like, all right, man, this season was pretty good. And then I see this nigga in the wheelchair right now. I was like, what the fuck? I knocked over Juice in my room. I was like, what the fuck, man? What the? I really feel like he should, even though I love him, I love him to death. He should have died. Papa G should have died.
Yeah, but
it would have been a meaningful death. It would have been.
Yeah, I felt like it would have been too.
If Papa G dies, who's gonna take care of the kid?
Everybody else.
It's still
everybody else.
Yeah. Because they was doing
they're all
that
like a family.
Yeah. See, they were doing a village can raise a kid. They were all a family, so like they would have took care of kid.
Yeah.
But you know who's not gonna listen to that? The government, they don't care about nothing. They're gonna take kid away.
Yeah, they don't care about what's
you
going
can't beat
on
the
over there.
government. Listen, man, this if you gotta do a Netflix top 10, I think Kid Cosmic won't even make it for me no more.
I mean, it'll make my top 10, but like it did with like almost all of Netflix's. I haven't seen all of Netflix's original cartoons, but almost all the ones that I was like hyped for, like She-Ra, Voltron. They started strong, and then they
ended with a whimper.
They crapped the bed. And it's not like it's a bad season. I wouldn't go as far as saying it's trash. Not in the slightest. It's not. I'm just like Noah said, I'm just disappointed because Kid Cosmic was it was like my DuckTales. I was hyped to see Kid Cosmic. When I heard season 3 was coming out, I don't normally watch trailers when shows come out. I saw that trailer like 42,000 times. Man, I was hyped. Kid Cosmic was my thing. And then I saw season 3 and I'm just like, and it might just be because I was so hyped and I had my expectations like God high. That's probably why it hit my expectations.
And we all had like our own, we all had our own like little theories of what would happen in season 3. Like we would have a more superhero angle to it, and it did, but then it turned out to not be real, and that kind of crapped the bed right there.
It was pointless. It felt like when they went back to Herodias to fight him, it felt like everything else was so fucking. The first 3 episodes were pointless. They're really back on the Herodians fighting this thing. Struggling to get power rings again. I was like, bruh, why? What was the point of season 2 if we're doing this shit again?
Yeah.
It felt like they just rebinded it. It's so disappointing. This shit angered me. Kid Comic was in my top 3.
Yeah, I mean, Kid Cosmic. I mean, those first 2 seasons is the first 2 seasons are still strong. Again, like season 2 made me cry. It broke me. But and that's not an easy feat, people. I'll tell you that struggle. That's not easy. But like season 2, it made me cry. I felt things from season 2. And that's why I was so hyped to see season 3, because I was like, because from the trailers and everything, you see like they got suits. They become a legit superheroes and everything. And I'm like, oh,
superhero
snap.
Team, yeah.
We're moving way higher. And then what's gonna happen? And then when we saw towards the end of season 2, the Herodians blow up and then stones went around the world, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be like a superhero road trip type thing. Man. We gotta get it from the bad people, but
no, they could have kept it like that. They could have kept it like that, but they did. They went back to Herodians.
Yeah, I feel like if they did something like that, this might have got it renewed for a 4th season. But the way this ended and the way he had to end it and everything like that, I mean, I'm not mad about how the ending is. I still think Kid was selfish towards the end, but I hear this man JR, and I see it differently. I still think he was being a kid, pun intended.
Yeah,
but
yeah, like the way he went about it was kind of extreme, but like a kid would.
But the heartwarming ending and everything, it felt nice. It's just to get to that point from the start of the first episode all the way up to now, I mean, and I knew something was up in the first episode. Within the first 5 minutes of the first episode, I was like, man, this better not be a dream. Dog, this better not be a dream. You better not. And I also lost my shit in the first episode when they got the car and the car talked. I don't know if that was Stan Lee or they got someone to sound
Stan Lee
like
impersonator.
Him. Yeah, I don't know if they got.
It was a Stan Lee
like
impersonator.
But that he was like, and I was like, "Is that Stan Lee?"
Stan Lee? No way.
Nah.
And then I was like, "Is this the last thing he did?" I was super hyped, but I like the Knight Rider reference because he was Kit. It would have been better if they got the guy who played, I forget his name, but Mr. Feeney from Boy Meets World. He's the voice of Kit from Knight Rider. It would have been better if they got him to voice that car. It would have been way better. A lot of people are like, look, probably right now and down in the comments was like, what the fuck is Knight Rider? What the fuck is Boy Meets World? Who is Mr. Feeney?
Man, he's old.
That's
know what they're talking about.
But I mean, this was the way it ended. It was fine. I still
the ending was cool. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, I liked the ending. It was wholesome. It's just,
like I said, there was a lot that bothered me.
Kid Cosmo lost his stock. Man. This shit is not top. It's not top 3 for me no more. People know it's not top 3. It lost its spot. I can't tell you what my top 3 is now, but
What about you, JR?
I was focusing on the positives, but like looking at all these negatives, they're all pretty negative, but yeah. This season did kind of bogged it down a little bit. I still like Kid Cosmic as a whole. It's still a good series, but yeah, this third season is kind of the weakest.
I mean, I did laugh though when they did the same thing to freaking not Arroyos, but what's his name? Thanos. When they threw him into the world and his mom came back and he was like, wait a minute, my mom hates me.
My mom hates me. No.
And I was like, dang, man.
That was really funny.
I was like, dang, man, dang.
The one good part that I liked in this season that it actually made me cry. It was that flashback of Papa G and Kid, like when they when he first got him together. Yes, that was a good moment. I really would say that was a good moment that I really enjoyed. That was a really great moment. Like Kid Cosmic knows how to pull on your heartstrings and whatnot. No, was there any parts in this season that you actually enjoyed? Was there anything that you liked?
What you guys said, seeing how Kid actually hated being with Pop G first, it was cool. Other than that, this shit can kick rocks.
Look, man, I like
that's fair.
I like the giant robot. I like the giant robot.
I mean, it's a giant robot.
When that giant robot showed up.
I said it in my head. I was like, "Yo, Walt was loving this."
Yo, I was like, "They got a Gundam. Let's go."
And they know how to operate it with just the first time ever.
and then some of the parts, everybody was. It just killed me. I was like, "Why would somebody be the butt cheeks, huh? Why would someone be the butt cheeks?" I was like, it's too many of y'all. It's too many of y'all. Y'all gotta be joints and stuff. I mean, nah, man. But
one for each finger.
Again, man. Overall, I mean, like I said, I might have a lot of negatives and stuff about this season. It was, if I look at it as a whole, it was still a great show. I would say it's still, I don't know if it makes my top 3 Netflix shows. It at least makes my top 5. Because I haven't seen everything, and there's some stuff I've seen. It's just, I'm looking at you, the Hollow.
Oh God, man, fuck the Hollow. I hate that shit.
But other than all that, I give season 3 like a solid 7. Yeah, I'll probably give it a 7. Maybe a 6. Probably a 6. Yeah, I give it a 6. And it's mainly because of me. Like I said at the start of this, I was high up on this. Kid Cosmic was the best thing since sliced bread. It was Kid Cosmic was in my top 3 favorite animated shows of all time. And then season 3 happened. That's not the case anymore. So I give it a 6. JR.
I want to be generous and give it a 7 because it's okay. It's okay-ish.
What about Kid Comments? Well, I asked that after we get to know it. No, season 3. Yeah. I think you're muted, bro.
Yeah, I can't hear it.
You guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That shit's a 5. It'll probably be a 5.
What about Kid Cosmic as a whole? What about Kid Cosmic as a whole?
As a whole?
The series as a whole. All 3.
8.
8?
I would give it an 8. Yeah.
Noah?
I'd give it a 7.
7?
That last season killed.
Yeah, I'd have to go with JR. I'd probably give it an 8. I don't believe in decimals or high halves, so I wouldn't give it a half. But yeah, I'd have to give it an 8.
I was half
because those first 2 seasons are still strong, or very strong, and that second season I think is the best out of all 3. But like it is real strong. Those first 2 seasons are strong, where it's so strong to the point where you don't even really need the 3rd season. In all honesty, it's almost how, in my opinion, how Samurai Jack it was when we got season 5. I don't think season 5 is great, but that's another discussion for another day.
Down in the comments,
we
watch all 7. Yeah.
down in the comments down below, you tell us what you think about Kid Cosmo as a whole and season 3. Do you think I'm too harsh on it or whatnot? Do you agree with JR? Wanna give us down in the comments down below. We would love to start a conversation with you. I read every comment, good or bad, and I reply to them. I try to anyway. As we always say, show your attitude, you wonderful, beautiful nerd. Deuces.